There's a habit that if your parents saw you doing it, they'd probably scold you. Teachers would call it lazy. Society would call it cheap. But the wealthiest people on earth do this on purpose every single day, and they never plan on stopping. And the strange part? Most poor and middle-class people quit this exact habit the moment they get a little bit of money. What if the thing you were taught to be ashamed of is actually the thing that builds fortunes? Let's get one thing straight before we go further. This isn't about being cheap for the sake of being cheap. This is about a mindset so misunderstood that it flips everything you've been told about money on its head. Here's the problem most people face. The moment their income goes up, their lifestyle goes up right along with it. New job, new car, bigger paycheck, bigger apartment, a little extra cash, and suddenly it's dinners out 3 times a week. It feels like progress. It feels like you're finally living. But here's the strange part. This feeling of progress is quietly keeping millions of people broke. There's a name for this pattern. Psychologists call it lifestyle inflation. But you don't need the fancy term to understand it. You felt it. That little voice that says, "I earned this, I deserve to enjoy it now." And you're not wrong to feel that way. It's human. It's natural. But it's also the exact reason why so many high earners in this country live paycheck to paycheck despite making 6 figures. Now here's where the story gets interesting. Picture 2 people. Both start earning $70,000 a year at the exact same time. One of them, let's call him Jake, upgrades his life to match his income. New car payment, nicer apartment, weekend trips, the whole picture of making it. The other one, let's call her Maria, keeps living almost exactly like she did before. Same modest apartment, same old car that still runs fine, same simple daily routine. To everyone watching from the outside, Jake looks like the successful one. He's got the Instagram photos, he's got the compliments. Maria looks like she's still struggling, still playing it safe. But here's the shocking part. 10 years later, Jake is still living paycheck to paycheck, just with a nicer paycheck and nicer debt. Maria, on the other hand, has been quietly investing the gap between what she earns and what she spends. She hasn't lived poor. She's lived intentionally poor, on purpose, by choice, while her money grew in the background. This is the habit we're talking about. Living below your means long after you no longer have to. What most people don't realize is that almost every self-made millionaire in America practices some version of this. Not because they can't afford nice things, they absolutely can. They do it because they understand something the rest of us were never taught. Spending less than you earn isn't a punishment. It's a superpower. Think about Warren Buffett for a second. One of the richest men to ever walk this planet still lives in the same modest house he bought back in 1958. He could buy an entire island chain if he wanted to. But he doesn't. Because for him, the goal was never to look rich. The goal was to actually become free. And this is where everything changes for most people once they truly get it. Being rich and looking rich are 2 completely different games. Looking rich is expensive. It drains your income the moment it arrives. Being rich is quiet. It's patient. It builds in silence while everyone else is busy showing off. So let's break this down into a few real lessons you can actually use, because understanding the psychology is great, but knowing what to do with it is even better. Lesson 1. Every time your income increases, don't let your lifestyle grow at the same speed. If you get a raise, let your lifestyle grow at maybe half that rate. Save or invest the rest. This single habit alone is responsible for more quiet millionaires than any stock tip or side hustle ever could be. Lesson 2. Stop confusing comfort with progress. Buying something new gives you a dopamine hit that feels like success. But that feeling fades in days, sometimes hours, while the bill sticks around for months. Real progress isn't loud. It doesn't come with a purchase notification. It comes with a growing number in an account you don't touch. Lesson 3. And this one surprises people the most. The habit of living below your means isn't about restriction. It's about freedom. Every dollar you don't spend on things that don't matter is a dollar working toward the things that do. A future where you're not scared of your phone ringing because it might be a bill. A future where a bad month doesn't turn into a financial crisis. Very few people understand this next part, so pay attention. The wealthy don't see saving as giving something up. They see spending as giving something up. Every unnecessary purchase to them isn't a treat. It's a trade. A trade of future freedom for a moment of temporary comfort. Once you start seeing money that way, your entire relationship with spending changes. Now here's the honest truth. This mistake, the lifestyle inflation trap, costs people literally hundreds of thousands of dollars over a lifetime. Not because they're bad with money, but because nobody ever taught them that staying humble with your spending, even after success, is exactly what creates more success. So what do you actually do with all of this? Here's your practical takeaway, and it's simple enough to start today. The next time your income goes up, whether it's a raise, a bonus, a new client, or a side hustle payout, don't ask yourself, what can I buy now? Ask yourself, what percentage of this can I automatically save or invest before I even see it? Even if it's just 20% to start. Set it up so it happens automatically before the money ever touches your everyday spending account. Because willpower fades, but automation doesn't. And second, give yourself permission to live simply, even when you don't have to. Not because you're poor, but because it's a choice. And that choice, the one nobody claps for, the one nobody sees on social media, is exactly what quietly separates people who build real wealth from people who just look like they have it. Here's the powerful thought to leave you with. The people who look the richest are often the ones working the hardest just to maintain the appearance of it. And the people who quietly live below their means, the ones who might even get judged for driving an old car or skipping the fancy dinner, they're the ones actually building something that lasts. Wealth was never about how much money passes through your hands. It's about how much you let stay. If you found this useful, subscribe to the Money Mind Hub, because understanding money isn't just about earning more. It's about thinking differently.